Well, last time we celebrated Black History Month. Now we are celebrating Arknights history with Eunectes. Yes, you might be surprised. I actually know how to say her name. I don't know how I was back when I first got her in Arknights. I was a little bit surprised I was able to pronounce her name correctly. But here we have a 1/7 scale figure of her. Although I will say, compared to some of the other figures, she actually seems really small. She seems more like a 1/8 than a 1/7. But of course, looks are deceiving. We'll have to see how she looks when I take her out. Because I mean, St. Louis looked huge in her box, but then when I took her out, she was just kind of, she's actually not as big as I thought she was. So maybe Eunectes will surprise me and she will be a little bigger. So the special thing about this is that I got this like little, I guess, acrylic thing to hang on my backpack or the neck chain. I don't know. The neck chain. I roll up in the hood with my Eunectes acrylic, and everyone knows I got a hot waifu with me. Oh, it's pretty nice looking. I probably will. Maybe if I ever go to a convention, I'll put it on. I do like Eunectes. She's not like. She's close to being in my top 3 for Arknights. Nothing will beat the Lapland and oh my god, Siege. There's Lapland, Siege, NW. Listen, you guys aren't gonna know. I had a giant brain fart, so I'm gonna edit out some dead space that happened. Do it. Yeah. I'm frustrated with myself now. How could I forget? How the hell do I open this? I figured it out. Don't worry, guys. I do have a brain. Nope. I didn't realize that there was a manual to assemble it. Very complex stuff, you see. I don't remember. Does YouTube have a problem with having knives on being shown? Yeah, she's pretty high up there. I do like her. I was a little bit surprised. Oh, wow, okay. That she's like a builder, even though in my opinion she always came across as like, oh, ooh, soft, as a big and dumb, which I guess she actually isn't. Oh, so that's supposed to go underneath her chair? Wait, so this doesn't come with like a base? Okay, so this is the base. I didn't realize that. I do. This snake lady is rather hot. Nothing else in here besides her. Ooh. Is that her? She smells really strong. Well, I guess I'll place that down. Amazing. Another easy unboxing. Pull this off her tail. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to grab the chair, but I keep grabbing her leg by accident. Prevent paint transfer. I have her facing the wrong way. She is really small. How is that? That's not a 1. This is not a 1/7. She is tiny. She's really small. I might bring out St. Louis and have her stand next to her. I know she's not standing completely up, but still, it's really surprising. I'll bring her in close. So we can have a look. Ooh. I mean, she looks rather nice. I will say, alright, the one big complaint I have is back here. Look how... I do not like that, where her tail goes in. Why is it like this? I feel like the snake part should go all the way up to her back. I feel like it doesn't make sense that like all of a sudden become like human flesh. Right? And that was a big complaint I had when I first saw the figure. Or at least got her like physically. I believe there are a whole bunch of figures that are like this. Or there's a theme with some of the Arknights figures where it's like they're in dresses like this. I might get a few more. I don't know. But so far, besides her tail spot, she looks really nice. Got her leg dangling down here, which is actually pretty stable. The chair feels a little bit more flexible compared to her. And of course her tail does have a texture. Still, she's... God damn. She smells really strong. You know, like a plastic kind of smell. Now, supposedly, she is a 1/7. Which, I mean, I guess... I mean, with, St. Louis here standing next to her. I guess maybe if she stood all the way up, she probably would. Maybe. I mean, I was about to turn the fabric, but I guess not, like, it's not plastic, so I have to turn her. I guess if she was standing on like an actual like standing on the plastic level with St. Louis, her hips would probably be at the same height. I guess she is a 1/7. I mean, it just she seems so small. Like I just did the Mirko figure. Mirko, like I said, she was like big and stocky looking. So I am going to have to get more Arknights figures. I do have a Lapland order coming in, the caster version of her, because it's like impossible. I want like the base version of her where she's like she's in her tank top and short shorts. But those are really hard to find. I can only find the one where she's like in that I can't remember what outfit it's called. But they only have her in her outfit for her guard version. So I was like, I'll pick up the caster version because it looks like, well, it's at least cheaper than the alternate the other costume version, and then also it looks like it's actually pretty highly detailed. So I'm gonna have fun with that. I really wish they'd come out with some more Siege ones. Also, I'm surprised they haven't come out with the Dagon Rocker figure. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen any that I remember. I always feel like I need to do height comparisons, man. Just can't get over how big 1/4s are. Soon I'll have more 1/4s that you can compare. And yeah, I've had this figure for a while too. So I guess the only character I have that she'd probably fit with right now is my St. Louis figure, which I have not. My other one that I have not unboxed. I guess she could also hang out with a Gen Alter But I kind of have like Fake Go up top, and then kind of Azure Lane, and then I don't know what I'm gonna put on the bottom. I do have a figure coming in soon that I guess would be kind of similar to her. Also, I'll probably be able to review that one a bit better. Also, I feel like was it Mythios, the brand that made this? Feel like they're kind of the only. I feel like Arknights figures are like the only ones they really do. I swear, whenever I see like Arknights figures, they're always made by them. I swear. Also, I'm pretty sure since Arknights Enfield came out, there's probably gonna be a lot more Arknights figures coming out. I actually don't know how popular Arknights is. Surprisingly, I know how popular Nikke is because I mean, I'm in the thick of it. Okay. And I know Fake Go is pretty popular, although for me Fake Go is kind of dead. The last figure I'm probably gonna get is probably Bargeist, and then I'm gonna be done. I got my 3 girls, unless I did see an Ibuki figure, which I'm like, oh. Yeah, I think the only other figure, if they get Fake Go figures, it would probably be Tomoe, Ibuki, like Ibuki Dojin, the big demon girl, the snake one, and then probably Vitra, and then maybe Mysterious Heroine X, the swimsuit version. Cause yeah, and that's it. I'm going to see how big the Bargeist figure looks pretty big, but of course, I mean, she probably will be like the same height as you know, she'll probably be this height, but you know, she'll take up a lot more space. Basically, should be thick like Brutaka. As a Brutaka's, he's like a, how would you say, he's a 1/5. I do have a 1/5 ordered. I was actually pre-owned. Yeah, if you want to get into figures, I advise you to buy pre-owned figures and not new figures. Of course, unfortunately, I will be honest, I made a mistake since I first started. I was buying a bunch of newer, like, not like new figures, not like pre-orders. Like Prince, I'm pretty sure Prince Eugen. Actually, I think most of my figures weren't even like pre-orders. Actually, I think Canis was a pre-order, but I think that might be it. I don't know. I'll have to. I would have to spend time online looking at when some of the figures came out, see which ones were pre-orders and which ones were not. Because my Kushal Deora figure was basically like a re-release, because they already came out with it before, and so they're re-releasing it again, you know, back into production. We're making more, kind of thing. But there are a lot of good cheap figures out there. But yeah, I say a pretty decent figure. I don't think she's better. I think my Mirko figure that I unboxed before this one is a bit better than this. Because at least it's a bit more dynamic. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is cute, and I like how her tail is sinking all the way down. But the Mirko figure is a lot more dynamic. Because I mean, just look at what figure do you think it looks more interesting, St. Louis or Eunectes? I say the Eunectes one seems more interesting. She's an interesting code. Well, I mean, St. Louis is just like standing there, or you know, like Rabby back here is kind of generic. I still can't. The texture of her pants. Oh man, we're really wobbly on here. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, where actually I'll probably do an unboxing of a figure I ordered, because it should be coming either this week or next week. So stay tuned for that. Well, I guess it's whenever I get around to editing, because that's how it is, isn't it?
もうめんどい。